Welcome to the Dallas Duo Podcast,
your weekly wellness coffee date.
We're friends in Dallas, always looking for the best ways to optimize our health
and have fun along the way. Welcome back to the Dallas Duo Podcast. We wanted to do a life lately episode and also talk about just what's popping up in our Instagram feed and what is trending.
I'm cracking up because I'm looking next door and our neighbor's house just listed for sale. And I'm pretty sure there's an open house going on. And I have the windows wide open. Hi, I could be your new neighbor. See me podcasting over here?
I feel like my neighbors get a show too if I have my window open in my office.
Good thing they know up front. This is what you're going to get. So
this is what you're getting. You're going to see a ring light. You might see me talking to my phone.
This is so good though. Life lately, there's a lot going on like on social media right now. Interested in what's flooding your algorithm right now.
Yeah. For me, all the perimenopause things, I'm thankful for that content. Sometimes it does feel a little overwhelming though. I need a break from it. Then Love is Blind, which we'll talk more. Yeah, they did the weddings. So now we'll get to watch the reunions, which this season I felt like was a really good season. Like a lot of drama.
I felt like it was so accurate. Like almost no one got married. So accurate.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, love stories. I feel like those are kind of like the top three of my algorithm lately. What about you?
Oh man. I feel like I can resonate with the perimenopause stuff. I laugh because I think that Instagram still doesn't know my age. And so some days I get it and some days I don't. But a lot of days I feel like I am still very much getting the like emaciated women using too many peptides to sell their like meal guide, essentially. The reason that you look like that is not because of what you ate, it's because of what you're taking. Which no problem. Like you're doing peptides, I understand that's totally fine, but like it is a lifelong choice and there are good and bad ways to use it, like anything. I'm definitely in this like skinny, more women trying to be it all. That's like a huge part of my algorithm right now. Obviously, Expo West is still trending, like a ton of new launches, a ton of new products coming out. And then like spring fashion, probably because I just don't understand. Do I have to continue to wear these wide leg jeans? When are skinny jeans coming back?
I feel like they are though.
And like, can I wear white even though my stylist told me I shouldn't wear white?
Well, I've been seeing a lot of spring break style like trips, like more spring coming and Easter starting to see more dresses. And so I think that it's definitely out there. But I feel like these days, like back to the jean thing, I think anything really goes.
Like anything goes.
Yeah. Honestly, I think people are still wearing barrel jeans. People are wearing wide legs. People are wearing straight legs.
Like Levi's. I got an article that had Lee and Levi.
Yeah.
Apparently all things go.
Yeah. So I do think that when it comes to jeans, I don't know, at least that's like one place you like just really can't go wrong. I feel like you're not really seeing ripped jeans.
Yes. Agreed. And like ripped and distressed, I feel like is kind of out, which I'm thankful for. I hated that whole trend.
As far as the colors, what I took from it was if you want to wear a color that's maybe not one of your best colors, just don't wear it next to your face or have something to clean it up. So that's kind of what I go by. If I know,
but white is right next to my face.
But I feel the white t-shirt is like universal though, right? Because like you're not going to buy like
I'm down with that. Yeah. I just like haven't bought any because I'm nervous. So
I'm making up a new rule. A white t-shirt is universal.
I'll take it. It's like a little black dress, right? No, mine is a little brown dress.
So I am excited about dresses because I love buying dresses. So I'd rather wear dress shorts. So
and like the all of the fashion in Love Story just makes me like happy because like I feel like those are maybe there's something about that era. That's how I want to dress. That's like what I remember as fashion.
Yeah, I love it. Her style, Carolyn Bessette style, which I actually made a reel about that I haven't posted yet today, but just recreating an outfit, which I'm like, oh, that's easy. I have all these basics in my closet. But
of course you do.
Of course I do. But just thinking even about Jennifer Aniston, like how she dressed in the 90s, or like Julia Roberts, simpler shapes. It's definitely trending. So that's fun to see.
Yeah, I think that I feel like they were very good at promoting a good fit on their body instead of it being about the print or like what you were wearing.
Well, and that just goes back to before social media, right? It was not about, oh, I'm seeing this style on Instagram and TikTok, so I'm going to now try to emulate that style, whether it's the clean girl look or different micro trends. They dressed for themselves and what looked good on them. Therefore, they set the styles because you see pictures of them. So I think it was just a different way that we followed trends in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. And they lasted longer.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah, which like, I mean, you can't
Every
keep the micro trends. There's something different every
I
week.
know.
It's like,
Yeah, it's crazy. I always question myself when I see somebody wearing something that I think is really weird. It's probably trending on TikTok. Is it weird or is it trending on TikTok? You
yeah,
know?
I'll
I don't
ask you
know
this.
because I don't use TikTok.
Is that a thing on TikTok? I just
Yeah,
haven't
you
heard
have a
about it yet.
millennial lifeline, right? You can just ask her anytime. The one thing that keeps popping up on my like algorithm is Bridgerton, and I am just not a Bridgerton fan. I just can't. And I didn't watch Downtown Abbey either. So maybe it's just that era thing. Like I didn't get into any of that. And that type of like romance, like it's just not my thing. Like I read all of the like, Sarah J. Maas smut stuff. There's something about that era that just I have no interest in.
It's the British stuff that I can't like.
Yep. It's probably that. I mean, like, I love a British accent. I think that's very sexy, but British Bake Off, I'm out. Don't
Mm.
like it.
Yeah. Oh, another thing that popped up into my feed show wise is Your Friends and Neighbors. Have you watched that with John
Oh,
Hamm?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I've watched everything with John Hamm.
I love John Hamm too, which I didn't know that. We've never talked about this before. But yeah, the new season is
I
coming.
mean, my OG crush is George Clooney, and I feel like George Clooney and John Hamm have very similar crossover.
The hair and like, yeah, I could see.
Yeah, just that dark, distinguished look. But I love. Have you watched all the seasons of that?
Watched all of them. Yeah.
It's so good.
So good. I love that show. So we have to talk about Love is Blind because I thought it was funny when you and I were talking about this the other day. You were like, "Oh my gosh, like I saw the types of some of the guys I dated in the past in some of those." I was thinking, "I'm so glad I've never had to date as an adult." That sounds so weird, but I was like, "Gosh, I can't imagine some of those guys were just terrible."
Yeah, I know. I was saying, wow, I'm really happy that these characters coming to light because it makes normal. It like normalizes the fact that assholes exist. Because I feel like a lot of times I would date people and people are like, no way, that didn't happen. Yes, it freaking did. I definitely dated somebody who essentially told me that I was not worthy of meeting their parents. I went to church with him and he wouldn't let me sit near his parents. I've never felt so ashamed. And then the whole like, sketchy gaslighting of where was I, when was I
Yes.
there, who was I with.
Alex and Ashley, the way he was gaslighting her, I told you this, you know that. And she was like, no, wait, that's not what you said.
Yeah.
You can't talk about it without
Yeah.
talking.
Have you seen the reel of people like Chris looking for a Pilates girl and it's like all the girls hiding under their Pilates
Under the reformer.
reformer?
Yeah.
So funny.
It's so
Well,
bad.
and then I don't know why this has not been shared more, but there is a scene where Alex says the reason that they're not having sex is because she's on her period and that means they could get pregnant. And in that moment, like I would just be done. If you don't have like a basic understanding of female physiology in your 30s, right? I would be done. If you, sir, think that we are going to get pregnant during a time that I'm at 0% chance of getting pregnant, I'm out.
He doesn't even know like when the fertile window even is.
She could just see in her face, this guy is a moron. There were so many moments that were just ridiculous.
She really did stand up to him in the end. So I was happy that
She did. She was like super aggressive, but I was cracking up because I have a dad, the way he's a divorce attorney, curse this in the background. You're gonna like be strong. You're gonna like say
Yeah.
this speech and just like nail it.
Well, and I think he was teeing her up because if you think back to when they were getting ready to walk down the aisle and he was reassuring her, not that
Yeah,
like
he knew what was coming.
you know what you're going to decide, but like you're ready
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I
Yeah.
felt like it was a really interesting group, but I felt there were a lot of real guys, like the couple Bree and Connor.
Yeah.
Connor is a very good representation of honestly like the guy that I would marry, the guy that has a ton of potential, loyalty, and a good heart. I think that people don't realize this is like a whole other tangent, but marriage is really hard work. The person that you pick is really important, and picking the person that's willing to like do the work and compromise and love you irregardless and show up matters. I feel like he was one of the like best choices, honestly. His life didn't look perfect, but he was like totally transparent and humble. He was just like a normal dude.
Well, yeah, and everything he said checked out. He was very front, and maybe he wasn't into interior decorating. I mean, who cares? Like he had his life together.
Do you want to see what my husband's first apartment looked like? The very first one, I was not allowed to enter. Like that is how gross it was.
He ended up being one of the best, or probably like the best one, probably him and Vic, right?
Yes.
And the whole speech she gave him of, I don't know if I love you or if you're a lesson. I was like, really? How do you not do this? Do you want
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Are you going to send him to therapy? Because like what you just told him was like very like triggering. Now it's going to make him wonder, is it me or is it you? This conversation needed to be had with someone else. He didn't need to hear all your inner workings of why you're not ready at this time.
She told him too much and her reasons. I feel like I'm waiting for you to out alpha me. I was like, what?
Well, I'm like, I feel like he's been really good to you. And like, if you're not ready, then that's fine.
I'm excited to see the not reunion.
And I think it's always fun to see like the other couples that come back and like who's had babies and who's still together.
And I did think that they didn't give like Vic and Christine enough airtime because I think they were just so chill and like so normal.
Yeah, because they're like so perfect. I'm obsessed with them. You're praying for her with her mom at dinner. Oh,
What did you think about Love Story? Because you said y'all have been watching that.
so I like it. And what's fun is that like I don't know any of that history. I'm like not a history buff, and like that's like my worst subject in school, by choice, very much so. Like, but it was fun because obviously there is a ton of history there with that, and I feel like it's obviously very like chronologically relevant,
Yeah.
and so it's been fun to just go back and relive something. Today's political era to me is very negative and not something I really want to be a part of. And I feel like the country was in a very different place at that time. And so it's been fun to watch and live in the past a little bit.
Well, because that family, I think, has always been embraced by the
And
public. So they've had a lot of tragedy, but they've been adored. People, what did they call him? Like America's son, is
and even like he owes history,
Yeah.
I've loved to like learn through a different lens.
It's been fun because, like, I remember when it happened and, like, well, that was, like, mid to late 90s, so I was a teenager during those years, and so I remember it very vividly, and so it's been fun, though, because Marissa and I have watched it together, and he didn't really know, so to her to kinda just learn and just enjoy the show, she'd ask me a lot of questions. "Why did this happen?" Or this, or like the Calvin Klein stuff and like Kate Moss.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, everyone wanted CK1 and like Kate Moss
Yep.
was the one that started the whole like super skinny model trend in the 90s.
Mhm.
So it's just fun to like revisit some of that because she was not familiar with that time.
I think it's been really cool. I've enjoyed it a lot. So
Yeah.
it still makes me want to take Chase to New York really bad. I've been a few times and he's never been. We really need to go.
Oh, that would be such a fun couples trip. I didn't realize he hadn't been there. That would be so fun.
Yeah.
It did really take me back to the time of no social media, no cell phones, just the way people lived life back then was just so different. And it's just crazy to think like, wasn't that long ago?
No, people just had smaller worlds, right? You just knew less people. And like there was nothing wrong with that. You just interacted with less people, really, on a daily basis.
I saw something that said that there's less than 30 seconds of her actually speaking to the media or speaking publicly in any lot of like actual footage of her talking. There's lots of pictures because of paparazzi. Maybe we can end on something we're shopping for this spring.
Yeah, I am back on my hunt for a white shirt. I'm looking for a bra. Like I can't decide if I'm gonna like augment my chest or just get a better bra. Very different price points. But like finding a good bra to wear with like shirts in the summer, a go-to that fits with like every sleeve cut style.
I'm gonna do some because I had to do this probably this time last year. I had to like buy like all new bras because thanks to perimenopause, that's like one of the only positive things that it's brought a little bit extra boobs.
Like maybe I should just like wait a couple years and then like they'll come back around, right?
I wonder because had I gotten them, maybe I would not be happy now.
Save me 10K right here. This kind of advice. This is why we're around. This is why the wisdom exists.
Save the 10K and go on a vacation. No, but I'll send you some links because I had to recently do that. And there's one that I really like that does have the option to like clip it and eraser backs. Just good bras to wear with like shirts. And I did the whole
Yeah.
thing with Nordstrom. Well, I just bought APL had their sale. So I got sneakers because they like don't go on sale very often. And then I think I'm going to buy another pair of Athleta Skyline pants because I've
Oh
worn
yeah.
quite a bit. But I have been admittedly more into like the wider leg, slightly barrel. I wear the heck out of my aloe trousers and my Athleta trousers.
Yeah.
They're an in between. If I don't want to wear
Mhm.
jeans, but I don't want to wear leggings, they're comfortable.
Yeah, they are like a mid-level.
Dressier than like a jogger. They feel like a jogger, but they're dressy.
Mhm.
Brian doesn't love them, but I do.
I
He
know.
just doesn't like a back.
Honestly, all the trends in right now are not for men. They're
Yeah.
for women.
No, they're definitely not, which is fine. Oh, and a mesh flat. That's the other thing. I thought I didn't like them when they first came out, but I've been liking them now.
There's some cute ones I've seen now.
Yeah, I have like a macrame one that's like leather, but I think I want to get like a mesh one for
Cute. Somebody has some really cute ones on at church the other day. I asked a girl where she got her pants the other day at church, which is probably not the appropriate place to do that. You
probably
look
made
really
for
cute.
Jesus. Yeah, probably made.
I'm praying for you. Can I have this outfit?
Tell me where you bought that. Yeah. I love shopping for
Yeah.
spring. It's a fun season to shop for.
Well, I'm excited for you to shop for spring for me.
I'll send you some links.
There we go.
And you have permission to buy a white t-shirt now.
Great. Great. So
All right.
cool. Okay, we'll talk to you guys soon.